Will I be able to go 82-0 in NHL 25? Now, we already did do this once before in NHL 25, and I was unable to do so, and dare I say, we failed absolutely miserably. I mean, the team that we had, we should have easily gone 82-0, and it just really never happened. So this time, we are back again, and it's going to be a little bit differently. Everybody on our team is juiced to the goddamn gills, taking PEDs from John Jones himself. Everybody's going to be a 99 overall. Ovi, McDavid, and Draisaitl, followed by McKinnon, Crosby, Reinhart, Tkachuk, Barkov, Rantanen, Gordie Howe alongside Braden Point and Nikita Kucherov. Defensively, Orr and Makar as our top line D pair. Of course, every defenseman will be a 99. Then we got Hughes, Lidstrom, and then Chara and Victor Hedman. That is a big defensive pairing. And then we got my favorite goaltender of all time, Bobby Lou, starting all 82 games. You're not even going to go to Martin Brodeur at a 94 overall. That's why he's not upgraded to a 99. We are living and dying with Bobby Lou himself. And of course, the goal is very simple. Go 82-0 in a regular season with this roster. Now, if you guys want to see me go 82-0, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel as we do start out 6-0 in the regular season. How the hell does this team go 81-1? We lost to the goddamn Detroit Red Wings and then somebody else in overtime. 161 points. Obviously, the President's Trophy. And of course, we're going to go on this season and win the Stanley Cup. But after that, I could not care less about Lord Stanley. I want that 82-0 record. Alexander Ovechkin will lead our team, 63 goals, 112 points. McDavid had 111. Rantanen with 110. He's down all the way down on the third line. And then Cale Makar put up 107 on the back end. Well, Ovi, of course, led our team in goal scoring. Rantanen had a great season with 57. McDavid was up there. McKinnon, Tkachuk with 37 goals. More than Leon, more than Barkov, Reinhart, or Sid the Kid. And then, of course, Bobby Lou, if we take a look, played all 82 games. He had 12 shutouts, a .915 save percentage, 80 wins, 1 regulation loss, and, of course, 1 in overtime. Alexander Barkov from Florida is going to lead the NHL in scoring. He had 136 points, a monster season. And then our Alexander Ovechkin led in goals with 63. I mean, you had McKinnon up here at 59. Matthews also at 59. And then Sasha Barkov. God damn. Alongside probably a Selke trophy, maybe the best player in hockey now, who knows? The greatest goalie of all time, Roberto Luongo, will have the most wins, damn near 182 games in 82, but of course only 180, and then he also is going to lead in shutouts with 12, as Connor Hellebuyck was really the only other goaltender that was semi-close with 8. And our playoff run begins now. We gotta snatch a Stanley Cup. After that, none of that matters. We focus on the 82-0, but we gotta win at least one, right? We ended up sweeping the Montreal Canadiens in round number 1. We now move on to face the New York Rangers. Probably another 4-game sweep, but never mind. They literally took a game off of us, but we are leading 3-1 in the series. We close it out in 5. Conference Finals berth in our first ever season. Nobody is surprised. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning, who obviously are probably our toughest test so far. We are leading so far 3-0, and now we move on to the finals to play the Dallas Stars. Oh, please, Dallas, do not beat us. We are 12-1 in the postseason right now, up 2-0 over Dallas. We sim to game number 4. We actually lose game 3 and get shut out. Can we win it on home ice? 3-1 series lead, headed back home. Game 5, and already after the first period, we're leading 4-1. Draisaitl, Crosby, Draisaitl, and then Sid again. Both of them having a pair. Wyatt Johnston, he slotted in there in the middle, kind of like the white stuff in between an Oreo. Pause. Second period, 6-2 advantage. We are absolutely dominant. I mean, the shots are 40-14. This is a bloodbath in ATL right now, as the Atlanta Generals, they didn't go 82-0 this season. They got damn close. I believe it's coming one of these years. I can smell it in the water, but right now we got to go in and clinch a Stanley Cup. You know what? We pretty much got this Stanley Cup on wrap, so let me cook here on broadcast camera angle. Let's see what I can do. Sam Reinhart, the king, the 57-goal man, chugging up the ice. Bobby Orr style, end-to-end. Sam Reinhart told you. Oh, my God, Reinhart. McDavid, no, it's Crosby. Sid, put it home, baby. Crosby down low. We got to put it back to the point. Sam Reinhart. Blast it, baby. Blast it, Reinhart off the shin pads. McKinnon, rebound. Oh, my God, he tried to tip it in. And there we go. In year number 1, we get the job done, win the Stanley Cup. We lost 2 games in the regular season, 1 in the postseason. Or actually, no, 2 in the postseason. So that is a total of 4 for the entire year. But the goal of this video is to go 82-0 in the regular season. This is all nice and all fun. And I mean, you couldn't go 82-0 before you got a ring. So I'm glad we got this out of the way. in literally the first ever season. So now we can turn our attentions, focus on 82-0. Alexander Ovechkin, 15 goals, 30 points, and another Conn Smythe to his trophy case. Greatest goal scorer of all time? Might be the greatest player of all time? Definitely not. But he, of course, contributed very well to the cause here with the Atlanta Generals. They won the Stanley Cup. There it is being presented. We won it on home ice as well. The fans of ATL, they had the Thrashers, who obviously were one of, if not the worst NHL franchise of all time. But luckily, they're allowed to witness Connor McDavid raise the Stanley Cup for the first time ever in his career. And now we got to turn our focus to 82-0, baby. Obviously, Ovi was our best player. He won the Conn Smythe, but damn, 15 goals in 18 games. Also had 30 points. McDavid had 23. Sam Reinhart chipped in very well with 22. And Sid the Kid with 19. What about Bobby Lou? 16-1-1. Only a 909 save percentage, but he did have a 192 GAA. That just means he didn't really face a lot of shots. Alexander Barkov is going to have himself a season. The Ted Lindsay, the Art Ross, the Hart Trophy, never mind. That is going to go to Cale Makar, and then Ovi will take home the Maurice Richard, the Norris, Alston and Makar, Ovi, the Conn Smythe, Roberto Luongo will win the Vezina, and Pittsburgh's Sidney Crosby will win the Selke. Now, I don't really think I need to make any moves to our lineup. I think it's fine, especially the line combinations that I have here. Like, I have snipers with playmakers, and I have, like, grip players with grip players. So, I'm going to try again. Hopefully, we can go 82-0. Obviously, it's a big ask, but if anybody can do it, it's my daddy, Connor McDavid. And now, here is where the suffering begins. 6-0 to start the season. I pray to God that we don't take an L the entire year. I'm praying to the No, we took an L already to the goddamn Winnipeg Jets. 42 in regulation. What is that? Well, I was going to wait until the end of the season to see what our record would be. We already lost to the goddamn Winnipeg Jets, but we're literally worse team than we were last season. What is going on, Nebraska? All right, back to the drawing board yet again. Now, if we don't go 82-0, I'm probably going to make some changes to the roster, maybe just some line combinations here and there, but I hope I don't have to bring new players in and substitute some, because I believe that I don't think it can get any better than what this team currently is built. Well, yet again, we lose. I don't know where we lost. Let's see what team ended up beating us. I got to go through the list here, and I got to see what team ended our streak. It was a little bit back here. It was the Tampa Bay Lightning, 2-1. How do we lose to a team that's 18-16-4? I mean, at the time, they were probably even a worse record team. And again, they're going to end our undefeated season. All right, we got to mash up the lines a little bit differently here. So Ovi, he's going to stay on the first line. Leon, I'm going to move him down. We'll move McKinnon up to the first line. Maybe we'll have more speed with McDavid and McKinnon. Then Ovi can bury the puck. Matthew Tkachuk, you're going up there at the third line. Actually, no, it's Selke. Sasha Barkov, second line. Crosby, you can go down to the third. You were pretty invisible last two seasons. How about I move up Nikita Kucherov to that second line, and then we'll go Sam Reinhart third line. Tkachuk, Point, and Howe is all fine and dandy. Defensively, we're going to go with Lidstrom and Bobby Orr on the first line D pair. We'll go with the new D pair of Hughes and Makar of the new age defenseman. Leave the third line the way it is. And I mean, if all goes bad, I can honestly just upgrade Martin Brodeur to a 99. But right now, we are still trusting Bobby Lou. Live and die with Luongo. To be quite frank with you guys, we haven't even gotten close yet. We have, like, our winning streak has ended in, like, the 30-game mark. I mean, even last video, we were getting to, like, 60, 70 games, and we lost in the first before we reached 10 wins. We took an L. Who was the L to? Oh, my God. A 9-2 beating by the Toronto Maple Leafs. How does that even remotely make sense? I have decided to substitute out the New York Rangers. They ain't doing shit anyways this season. 100 overall Nebraska Generals slotting into that Metro Division. We just made it a whole lot weaker, and hopefully now we can feast on these inferior teams. Honestly, I'm just going to run with what the computers say. This is the best lines by the CPU. This is who they think should be on every single line, and the only change I really made outside of removing New York is bumping Martin Brodeur to a 99. He's still going to be the backup, but instead, he's not going to be a 94. He will be the highest overall rating in the game. All right, I'm feeling very confident with all my changes. I'm on the up and up. My positivity's at an all-time high. We just need to go out there and, you know, take care of business as per usual. So far, so good. I'm not going to, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I was going to say it's my best season. It is technically our best season. 36-0. We usually lose around now, but right now, the Nebraska Generals, no, as soon as I goddamn said it, what did we lost in overtime to the Dallas Stars? Screw you, Richard. Well, I definitely now realize I have to shut my mouth when we're on a hot streak like that. So I'm just going to sit back, relax, not say a thing, and hopefully everything goes my way. Out of all teams to beat us in overtime, it's the St. Louis Blues with Jordan goddamn Binnington. Big game Binnington shows up against the best team in the league. Yet again, we lose. I mean, we lost in overtime. It wasn't a regulation loss. I really cannot get over the fact that the goddamn St. Louis Blues were the one to end our undefeated streak. Like, we got to go on a little bit of a heater here. What was the furthest we got to? 38 games? 39 games? 40 games? Not even halfway through the season and we're already losing? I cannot believe it right now. The team before in the first video was better. The Calgary Flames, they're 6-18-4, and we only managed to score 2 goals in regulation and end up losing to them. 25-1. Who cares? We're going to change up the forward core a little bit. Ovi, McDavid, Barkov, McKinnon, Crosby, Leon. We got Rantanen alongside Point and Kucherov. Then Howe, Reinhart, Kachuk defensively. You know what? We're going to throw the big boys up front. Chara and Hedman as our top line D pair. Absolute behemoths. I'm just going to leave the bottom 6, or the bottom 4, I should add. Just probably going to leave it the same, honestly. And then in goal, Bobby Lou. We're living and dying with him right now. Roberto Luongo as our starter. 7 games. 7 games is all we got. That was our longest winning streak before eventually we ended up losing. Who do we lose to here? And out of all teams, it's the Anaheim Ducks. It seems like the worst teams in the NHL are beating us right now, and we can't even get an 8-game winning streak on the go. Well, we didn't lose in regulation, but of course, we got to sneak in an overtime. Actually, no, a shootout loss, better than that, to the goddamn Carolina Hurricanes 2-1. So it seems like the problem is, whenever we lose games, it's because of the fact that we cannot score. 4 games in, we lose a game to the Detroit Red Wings. We can't even get on a little bit of a heater before losing a game in regulation. I don't know what it is with this roster that I've built here, but they are just so bad, dude. A shootout loss to the Vancouver Canucks. 25-0-1. Can we at least get to game 50 before we start losing? Well, we had the Great Depression, and now we have the Great Pasta, demolishing the entire NHL. I have just dropped an atomic bomb on the league, and we have just basically removed all the good teams from the NHL. We have a few poverty teams like Calgary, Anaheim down here, San Jose, Seattle, who's probably the best team remaining at an 88 overall. And of course, I'm also going to put myself in the shittiest division of all, surrounded by European hockey teams. Now, if this doesn't do it, honestly, I don't know what will. This is not even the NHL at this point. This is just a watered-down league. Maybe you call it the American Hockey League, maybe the CHL, but man, the competition in the NHL is at an all-time low. All right, so far, so good. I'm opening my mouth again. It's not going to happen. We are too good. 41-game winning streak, the longest of the videos so far. Come on, Nebraska. I believe in this squad. The hard part is done. We are over halfway through the regular season, and we currently hold a 50-0 record. We are so close. I can literally taste it, man. 71-0. Come on, Nebraska. Do not fail now. We are so deep into the regular season, it doesn't even matter. Oh my God. We are nearing the end. We can see the finish line. 78-0. 79-0. Yes, 80-0. 81-0. Can we complete the perfect season? We have done it. Oh my God. All I had to do was completely deplete the entire National Hockey League. And what do you know? A team of 100 overall players on the same exact team are going to go 82-0. That is so inherently beautiful. 82-0-0, 164 points. The most possible. We scored damn near 10 goals per game. We only allow 90 goals against the entire season. We are allowing 1 goal against per game. The greatest team of all time is an understatement. Connor McDavid's going to have his best season, 72 goals, 179 points. Reinhart with 177, Ovi 165, McKinnon 142. Yeah, everybody ate on this team, man. And we were not carrying dead weight. We had only 3 players that did not register over 100 points in the regular season. And those were all defensemen in Hedman, Lidstrom, and Chara. Really not even known for their offensive ability. And Martin Brodeur was our starting goalie, won all the games, 82, had 23 shutouts with a 927 and a 110 GAA. Now, the icing on the cake would be that we go 16-0 in the postseason and win another Stanley Cup. So we're going to see if we can do that now that we already accomplished the first goal we got to get another ring, right? We have made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, not losing a single game, 12-0 to start off our playoff run after going 82-0. We don't know what loss feels like as we head into game number 4 with the Stanley Cup in the building and a potential of a perfect season incoming. 3-0 after one, second period, 6-1 domination. And I really do not think the Minnesota Wild have anything for the Nebraska Generals. McDavid on the power play on Gustafsson. It's a blowout, 7-1 beating. And yeah, we just pretty much are the best team ever. And there it is, the perfect season, the first perfect season in National Hockey League history has just been recorded by the Nebraska Generals, my hometown team, as we have went all the way 82-0 in the regular season, 16-0 in the postseason, going down as the greatest team of all time, the greatest dynasty of all time. We had our hiccups here and there, but of course, if you dilute the NHL, more than likely, you're not going to lose a single hockey game, and that is exactly what we did. The Conn Smythe Trophy, yet again, Alexander Ovechkin. He would end up with 16 goals, 31 points, very similar stats to when we won the Stanley Cup in year number 1, but of course now with an undefeated record. The only bad thing is it would have been impossible to win the Stanley Cup on home ice without us losing a game, obviously, because we had home ice advantage throughout the entirety of the postseason. Nonetheless, here we are in Minnesota. The fans, take a good look, take a picture. You're never going to see the Stanley Cup again. Connor McDavid, 2-time Cup champ, baby. Also, he looks damn fine doing it too. Connor McDavid would end up having 1 more point than Alexander Ovechkin with 32, but Ovi, of course, had 6 more goals. That's probably why he won the Conn Smythe. Bobby Orr also put up 31 in the postseason. Makar had 28, Reinhart with 27, and Martin Brodeur 3 shutouts, a 9-19, and a 16-0-0 record. Connor McDavid is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, the Art Ross and Hart Trophy. Ovi, the Maurice Richard, the Norris will go to Bobby Orr. If we take a look at the Conn Smythe, obviously that went to Ovi as well. Martin Brodeur, the Vezina, and the Frank J. Selke will go to Anze Kopitar of the LA Kings. Well, we eventually got it done. We went 82-0 in NHL 25 just by diluting the entirety of the talent pool. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like and drop a sub. We are on our way to 30,000 subscribers. I would like to say thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.